Zambia small-scale hydroelectric plant construction. Outside the large cities, the copper mining area, and the district centers, the countryside commonly receives electricity from small generators running only part-time. Efforts were made to develop the supply of electricity, but the average rural home has 1 or 2 bare bulbs only, and electrical appliances are largely non-existent due to the cost and unreliability of the power supply. The scene illustrates the early construction phase of a tunnel to channel the water to the turbines. The obvious quality of the construction does not need comment and is complemented by the low skills of the labor involved. Building a tunnel in sections may have some advantage not readily appreciated by the outsider, but in any case, one may wonder about the proper alignment of the numerous units. It is common in tropical Africa for several firms working on the same project, due partly to complications of foreign aid. Inevitably, that will lead to delays and a decline of efficiency. Eventually, the project takes shape, though it provides a scene not found in a developed country. But then tropical Africa is a different world. Materials, technical equipment, etc. has to be all imported. Heavy seasonal rains may delay its construction, in addition to notorious governmental inefficiency. The building of a dam is better organized, and in time the outlines of the structure will emerge. But overall, there is poor labor discipline outside the copper belt. Workers come and go seemingly at will, and schedules are practically never kept for a variety of reasons. There appears to be a conviction that as there will be always a tomorrow, there should be no particular urgency for whatever task. The scene illustrates a lone worker pounding away at some work, another one strolling on top of the structure. Where the others are is not a question to be asked by a visitor. Any answer given may not be very enlightening. Persons familiar with the mañana perception in Latin America would find the scenes familiar. It is also true that impoverished workers could not be expected to perform according to preconceived ideas. With seasonal heavy rains, there may be on occasion too much water in the reservoir, so it is drawn off. In the dry season, the opposite may cause some problems. The foreground illustrates the sloppy building technology often found in small construction. That has to be expected for whatever reasons. In time, and that term has a very flexible meaning, the work will be completed. Here the power line is also connected to the large grid coming from Kariba that will provide year-round reliability for the copper belt and the capital Lusaka. The turbine room illustrates the small scale of the power plant. Again, there are only few workers around, and a somewhat confusing picture of just what is going on. Unfortunately, government interference for a variety of reasons will only delay construction to be completed at the projected time. The control room illustrates the out-of-date equipment, while the critical decisions will be still made by qualified expatriate personnel. Graduate Zambian electrical engineers are extremely few. The favorite positions for the African elite are those in politics, government, administration, and nominal control of foreign-owned enterprises. In meeting the Zambian assistant personnel manager of one of the copper mines, I was stunned to realize that his qualifications for that position consisted of being formerly the chief broadcaster of the soccer games in Zambia and nothing more. The illustration shows the small waterfall from the overflow of the hydroelectric project, with the turbine housing obscured by the water. The electrification of Zambia, like any other tropical African country, is advancing very slowly. Flying over at night, much of the rural area is dark. The people inside the huts. To be wandering outside may be considered undesirable, not so much due to wild animals, but the witches roaming around, a popular belief still held by the common folks. Good.